Hi guys, it's Kylie. So I know I've been really good recently at putting up videos, which is a lie because I'm actually really bad at it recently. But I actually had to sit down and figure out if this is really what I wanted to do was, blog for YouTube for makeup because there's already a lot of makeup channels out there and I recently had been kind of lazy and hadn't been putting on any makeup, so I'm like, is this useful for me to do if I'm not really using makeup? But I'm like, oh, I love makeup when I've really just been kind of lazy. So recently I decided, you know what, okay, I'm going to do it, but I need to go about it differently. Because I see all these beauty vloggers, which, a lot of them I watch and I love, but they have all of this product, and I realized I was like, if I have that much product, like it's good to try things, don't get me wrong. I do love to try, but the thing is for me, if I find something that I really like, I'm gonna continue to use it and not want to try new things in the sense until like it's done when I'm done, that product is finished. And I don't want my makeup to go old, because I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, so I try to be kind of picky and choosy what I spend my money on, and I don't want to be like having this excess of product in that I'm never using because of the fact that, oh, I really like this foundation, but this one came out, I want to try it, and then I have to go back and forth, which when you open the package, like, foundation, depending on, what you get, is only good for like 6 months or a year, depending on what you're getting, and then you run out of the one and you forget about the other one and you're like, well, I'm going to try this other thing when you have perfectly good foundation. That's just an example, but I just was like, you know what, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it in my way of, I'm still going to do my Ipsy unboxings. I'm still going to try and film when I get new products, because I'm going to try and buy something pretty much every pay period, but the thing is what I buy is going to be different. Like, I'm not going to buy things that, like, I'm not going to buy extra foundations, but I'll buy things like, eyeshadows that are easy to kind of switch between, or blushes or things like that, or skincare. I really need to start with the skincare because I don't think you guys can see, but I got a whole mess of acne right here and it's bothering me. So that being said, I'm still gonna do my beauty vlogging, but it might just be a little bit different than what we all, what I've been trying to do, which is, I'm trying to be similar to the other beauty vloggers, and I realized I was like, I need to do this for myself in a way that I like. So that being said, with the 3-minute introduction, so I recently, because of this, the other day, I literally just laid out every single piece of makeup, every brush, everything, and I shopped through and was like, okay, do I really love this? Do I not love this? Would I, not necessarily would I buy this again, but do I like it enough that I'm going to continue to use it? And I realized I got rid of, not like my entire, but I got rid of a good amount of things because either things were old, like I couldn't remember when I bought them, which just by that point it's like, why am I keeping it if I don't remember when I bought it? Am I hurting my skin by putting this thing on that I don't remember when I bought? Or, I don't like this formula, why am I still using it? Or, this color's not good on me, or whatever the case may be, and I was really picky and choosy. That being said, I've narrowed down my, 12 makeup bags to 3. This one being my everyday makeup bag, which I'm actually going to film in a minute. I'll show you what's... Actually, I'll just kind of lump it together with the kind of everything that I have now, which isn't a lot, because... I realized it's like, what, as much as an everyday makeup bag is good, I need to do it in a way that I'm actually using things. So, that being said, it's gone down to this, and then I've got a couple other palettes in my drawer for eyeshadow, but, this is pretty much what it's boiled down to. I've got some lipsticks in here, which I've actually, pared down quite a bit. To, I used to have a lot, and I do still have 1 or 2 in my bag, but, this is basically my entire lip collection now. you guys know how much I love lipstick. I'm like a lipstick junkie. You've seen my declutter video of my lipstick. So these are the ones that I found that I love the most. I like the formula, I like the color, and these are the ones that I like the most. So, two of them being NARS that I had gotten for a birthday gift that I absolutely adore. And I found because I had so much lipstick, I wasn't getting around to using these because of the fact that I had so much lipstick. So, these I actually have. I do need to sharpen them so that I can continue to use them. So, I kept those. And then I do have a couple of MAC ones. I have one in my bedroom that I didn't grab, and it's the Creme de la Femme, which I just repurchased. I love that. It's a great everyday color. But these two that I kept, one of them is Where No Man Has Gone Before, so they did the 50th anniversary for Star Trek. And I was fortunate enough to get in there in enough time to grab one of these. This is limited edition, so I don't think they sell these anymore, but this is a gorgeous, rose gold, luster color. It's fantastic. By far one of my favorites. And then I've got this one in Mangrove, which is a gorgeous red, and I wear it actually a lot because it just, for my skin tone, looks absolutely beautiful. And then I actually do have a couple other reds. I've been kind of on a red lipstick kick lately. I've got this one from NYX, the Liquid Suede in Kitten Heels. That's kind of like a really nice brick red. And then I've got this one in Flame Pop from Clinique that I actually used I bought it to use for a costume, but I end up actually wearing it a lot because I like it. And then this one is the Noya in Current News, which I thought was actually going to be a little too dark for me, but is actually really, really gorgeous. So, that's what I kept. I do have a couple that live in my bag right now. Just partially because I just haven't grabbed them out of my bag yet. But, so I've really pared down my lipsticks. And then with this is a mixture now of a whole bunch of different things. Blushes, eyeliners. I'm finding I'm not using eyeliner as much, but I, kept an eyeliner brush in case I find something that I really enjoy. This is actually, I haven't even opened this, but it's the Starlux Pro Luxe Longwear Eyeliner Pen in black that it's a black eyeliner. I just don't know the, official name, if it's just black or, whatever. But I do have this one. It's open. The stuff is all, the one that's open, all of this is rubbed off because I absolutely love it that much. And I'm so glad I got sent another one. Not by Starlux, but it was in an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm. I can't remember at this point. I haven't tried this yet, so I'm keeping it. This is actually a mask that I need to actually put in my bathroom with my skincare. So I'm keeping stuff that I haven't tried or that I know that I love. This is an extra blush brush. I've got a couple blush brushes. I don't necessarily need this, but if I'm washing one of them, then I have extra. So, that's kind of nice, although I think by stuffing it in that bag, it's gotten a little wonky there. I've got this Kat Von D, their ink liner in Baudelaire, which I found I love. I've got a couple of blushes here that I couldn't find the other one for. But, these ones I've tried and I love. So this Milani one in a Tea Rose, their rose blush, is actually just super gorgeous on me and I love it. And then this one, if I ever ran out of this blush, I would repurchase it because it is my absolute favorite. This Marc Jacobs Shameless blush in Obsessed. Again, perfect color for me. I love the consistency. So, if I ever ran out of this, I would repurchase it. Again, it is, my favorite blush. I've got an eyeshadow in here that I actually would like to depot and put in my Z palette with my other single shadows. And this is in Punk Heart from NYX. I don't know which. Oh, it's their Prismatic Shadow. And I got sent this in an Ipsy, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I forgot about it because it got stuffed under all of my other things. So it's I like these things, but they're getting shoved under everything else. And it's I need to pare down so that I'm actually using the things that I like, rather than, I'm not saying that the other eyeshadows I've been using I don't like, but, And then I've got this. This needs to go actually with my nail polish, but, It's the, don't know how to say this, Ciate, I'm not sure. It's, wow, that, blinding, you guys. The London Geology, the top coat. So this is nice to have. I do have a top coat from Revlon, but it's nice to have other options to try. So I want to try that before I, like, knock it and get rid of it. I've got a sharpener in here, and then, of course, I've got my Max Fanatic from Wet n Wild that I love. It's their Cat Eye mascara. I will open this one because I actually have opened this, and it's perfect, and it's only like maybe $4 or $5, and it gives you a perfect cat eye, does not clump together, does not flake, none of that. And it's funny because I actually got rid of my roller lash from Benefit because when I was putting it on, it was chunky. It wasn't separating my lashes. I'm like, this $5 mascara is doing all of the things that this $20 mascara should be doing, but isn't. And I was like, price, honestly, if you're sometimes high-end makeup, like, as much as it's nice to have the brand, if you find something that you like that's cheaper, that you're like, I'm in love with this, it makes me look gorgeous and you feel awesome, keep buying the drugstore item. If you find a blush, like, for me, this Marc Jacobs blush is expensive, but I love it enough that I'll repurchase it. If you try a high-end item and you're like, it's okay, and you're not in love with it, and you have a drugstore item that you like better, but you're keeping on wearing the high-end item because, oh, it's high-end, and I can say I've got makeup from, Too Faced or Marc Jacobs or Estee Lauder or whatever, but you hate it, get rid of it. There's nothing saying that you have to be wearing high-end makeup. Like, really, I happen to like some high-end makeup, that's why I keep buying it, so. And then, of course, I just have, I want to buy this in a bigger size. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and this one's in dim light. I use this as a finishing powder. It's gorgeous. Ugh. And then, of course, in my regular makeup bag, again, I'm sorry if this is long. I wasn't intending it for it to be this long, and I was going to, I'm still going to film a couple other videos today. But I wasn't intending this to be this long, but it's like I want to show you what I have, what I've pared down, because it's like, I've pared down so much since the last time I filmed that, I want to show you guys what I have now, what I'm working with, and it's just kind of, nice to have that option, to be able to show you guys, hey, this is what I'm working with now, Oh gosh, my foot fell asleep. Oh, okay, that felt weird. Alright, so in my everyday, so I'm using this because it's actually big enough to hold the eyeshadow that I want to use, the finishing powder that I want to use, all of my brushes, my contour powder, whereas these Ipsy bags, I love them. They're gorgeous. Like, really. But for me, they can't hold all of what I want to use from day to day. And, it's like I want to use a finishing powder, but it wasn't fitting in my everyday makeup bag and I wouldn't grab it. So it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, not use it, and I want to be able to use these things. So I opted for the bigger bag to be able to do all of that stuff. So, in here, and I'm just kind of pulling things out at random. So this actually has been a favorite of mine since I got it. It's this MAC False Lashes Extreme Black eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, yep. Yep, eyeshadow comes in this black tube. Nope, it's mascara. And it's really nice. It actually pretty much does the same thing that cat eye mascara does. This was more expensive. I actually got it for free because I had a makeover with, at MAC, so I actually got it for free. But, if you were to go and buy it yourself, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I had to straighten my leg. If you were actually to go and buy it yourself, it would actually end up being like $30 or so. But still, like, I really actually enjoy this, so I kept it. Again, keeping things that you're going to use. So then I actually put this in here. It's another Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and this one is in Mood Light. So this one is actually more of kind of a lavender pink tone than the dim light is, and it makes my skin look absolutely flawless. Like, when I'm done putting on all my makeup, I just put this on with my big fluffy kabuki brush, and it just makes me look amazing, and I'm like, alright, I'll keep using Again, this is another thing that if I ran out of this, which, look at the size of this pan, there's so much in there, I don't even think I'll ever, like, end up using all of it. Or at least it'll be a very long time. Even if I used it every day. You know that if I ran out of this, I would go and repurchase it because I like it that much. That being said, this is like $80. So that other little tiny square one that I showed you with dim light, that was $22. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to try these products. Like this makes my skin look absolutely flawless. I spent $80 on it, but it makes my skin look amazing and it will last me for literally ever. So, take that into account too. How often are you going to use it, and is it worth the money, to spend on this thing that's going to be expensive? If you're not going to end up using it or you aren't in love with it, don't spend your money on it. You can, find something else. The next thing I've got in here is this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium. Now, I was actually a little bit scared of this because for me this seems really, well, the light's washing out a little bit, but for me this seems really dark. But I have a very light hand with it, and so I just lightly put it here under my blush, for a little bit of a contour, and I've actually been starting to put a little bit on my hairline up here. And it gives me the shape and stuff that I want, plus it smells like chocolate. It's so good. So that's always a plus. But again, if you're not into contouring, yeah. So I've got actually a couple brushes in here that I actually really need to wash because I'm really good at this. This is my Real Techniques shading brush. I actually use it for basically all of my eyeshadow. So I'll put it on my lid, use it as a blending brush, use it as a crease brush. Because for me, I find that it works better for me that way. So I got rid of my extra brushes because I was like, if I'm just using this for all of my eyeshadow, there's no point in me getting more, like having more brushes. Now that being said, I'm actually starting a little bag of like eyeshadow, mascara, and a lipstick that I'm going to keep in my purse for in case I, have to get up late and, can't do my makeup until I get to work kind of a day. Or just like, oh, I want to look nice, but I'm out and I didn't put on makeup, just to be able to do a little bit of something. Now that I may buy an eyeshadow brush for, because the brush for the eyeshadow that's in there that I currently have, no, it hurt my eyes when I put it on today. So, that I may buy an extra brush for, but I don't need like 5,000 brushes for my eyes. I'm sorry. Just, So then I've got this contouring brush, which I actually find is a perfect size for what I do with my contour. Now it smells like chocolate because I usually use this just with the Chocolate Soleil. This is the Luxe 512 in small contouring. And I love the rose gold, the rose handle with the bronze, like the chocolate bronze, finish. So I really like these brushes. They're actually very soft and they're very good with what they do. So, if you're thinking about needing a new brush, this is definitely a way to go. These brushes are very good. And then for my blush, I've got this Eco Tools one that's just their, I've used it so much that I can't even read it anymore. I think this is their tapered blush brush. Again, very soft, useful, so I like that one a lot. Then I've got in here, and I'm trying this one out. I bought it a couple weeks ago, but I'm trying it out. It's the Sweetheart Perfect Flush Blush from Too Faced, and this one's in Candy Glow. I'm not even gonna try to fit it in the... So this has 3, and when you kind of mix them all together, it just comes out as this very gorgeous pink. But I'm sure you could localize your brush on one section of it if you wanted a different look. So far I'm actually really happy with this. I haven't been happy with Too Faced blushes in the past, but this one's actually really nice. So when I use it up, I'll give more of a review on it. That's the other thing. When I use things up, I'm going to try and keep it in an empties and do a review of it as I get rid of things. Although recently, I actually haven't really emptied out any of my makeup because, again, I had so much that I wasn't using it up. So I'm wanting to use up my makeup now. This one I actually need to repurchase a new eye primer, and I'm not sure if I'll get this same one or if I'll try something different. But this is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original formula. And so this is nice because it has this nice doe foot, and then you just kind of sweep it on your eyes before you put your shadow on. And I haven't had any issues with my shadow creasing or not being there or wearing off or anything like that. So this is really good. I want to try some other brands just to kind of compare, but this one is very good. And I actually haven't found a drugstore primer that I like yet, because the NYX ones I had in like the little jar ended up holding on to all the shadow, so whenever I would go to dip into it to put it on my eyes, it had the shadow on it. So I'd rather have something like this with a doe foot that doesn't get other shadows and stuff in it. So this next one that I just opened, and I've had since September and haven't opened it because literally I just, for foundation. So this is the MAC Studio Water Weight SPF 30 foundation that I got when I had done my makeover. And I actually did buy this. This was actually kind of expensive. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it now because it's been a couple months. But basically you have to shake it. I put it on my hand before I apply it to my face, but it's just this, if you haven't seen one of these water weight foundations before, it's just basically this dropper that you apply. And this one is an NC15, and it actually is a very good match for me, and I actually am really liking it. But I wasn't able to find that out until I got rid of my other foundation, because I'm all about trying to use things up first. Now, I don't want to be wasteful with things. So this is a purchase recently made, this Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline, and I got it in the color Light. So basically the point of this, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you've probably heard of this, you just kind of twist it up and apply it underneath your eye, and then I blend it out with my sponge. So far I'm liking it. I had to get rid of my NYX one because I couldn't remember when I bought it, and I was getting weirded out by the fact that I couldn't remember that, so I'm like, I'm not putting that on my face anymore. So I bought this the other day, so I know it's fine. So I'm gonna keep using this until I use it up, and then I'll buy another concealer and try that and compare them and things like that. So I'm gonna really try to be better about that, because I don't want to be getting rid of things that I haven't even used. And then the last thing I've got in here, and this I'm actually gonna swap out weekly with other eyeshadows that I have, is my Revealed Smoky palette from Coastal Scents. I did get this in a BoxyCharm, and these are the colors, and they're absolutely gorgeous. They always have them on sale. I think they're usually about $20, so if you are interested, these shadows are very creamy. They are powder shadows, but they are very creamy. They go on smooth. They blend very well. So these are definitely something that if you don't want to fork over a ton of money for the Urban Decay, Naked palettes, this is one that is, it's not quite a dupe in the sense of the colors, but it's a dupe in the sense of the formula and the staying power. So if you're interested, go ahead, check out Coastal Scents website. They've usually got all of these on sale. So that's my everyday makeup bag, plus what I've honed my thing down to. So if you liked what you saw, please go ahead, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other videos you want me to do in the future. I will be doing maybe not reviews of and I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I want to do on my channel. I know I'm definitely doing Ipsy unboxings, but if you're looking for something specific that you'd like me to try, go ahead and put it in the comments. Let me know, because I'd rather, do what you guys want within, reason, obviously, but, do what you guys want, so that I can, make sure that I'm helping you guys. This isn't as much for you as it is for me, liking to sit here in front of the camera. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!